Good morning, good afternoon, um, good day, whenever you are watching this video. So, good day. I would like to talk a little bit about codependency because many of my followers and some of the people that know me have asked me to please to talk a little bit about codependency, and which I do not have a problem sharing my position about it. I believe many people have a different position or a semi-similar position, but I'm going to share with you guys what is my position about this topic. I believe codependency is linked to poor self-esteem, and poor self-esteem is also linked to problems and early attachment when the child was growing up. Now, for to make this video simpler for me, I'm just going to be using the gender male to avoid changing he, she through the whole presentation. It's faster, it's easier for me, and I hope it's also easier for you. This could be applied to males and females equally. There are other cultural issues that attach this concept, but we could talk about them in another segment. So today I'm going to talk about the codependency and how it's linked to early attachment. When the child is growing up, the child is born, and then the child starts growing up in a family system or with someone who's taking care of this child. And this child starts becoming aware of the world and becoming aware of his relationship with this world that he is living. So when this child starts exploring around the world and the marvels of this world, the child starts making some mistakes during the exploration. These mistakes sometimes may be painful, sometimes may be confusing, sometimes may be funny, sometimes be enjoyable. And the child, as he is continuing to explore the world, goes back and seek support, seek advice, seek a response from whoever is taking care of him. Now, that whoever could be usually the parents, usually the mom. Uh, it could be also the father. It could be also the grandparents. It could be also the aunt, the uncle. It could be also someone that the court might have appoint, appointed to them. And when that person who is taking care of the child is not able to be in tune with that child's needs, the child is going to start having some problems adjusting to that exploration, because the child is not going to receive positive feedback from whoever is taking care of him, of her again. And so the child is going to start developing this confusion and doubtness about himself. As the child continues to develop his own personality, this type of information that he's receiving from those people who are taking care of him and supposed to provide him support, unconditional love, encouragement. If the child is receiving judgment, or the child is being ignored, or the child is being is perceiving to be rejected by his behaviors, then the child is going to start doubting who he is, doubting his ability to conquer that new world that he's exploring, and the child is going to start withdrawing, pulling back from that exploration. And as the child continues to grow, the child is going to then become more confused about who he is. Now, this is happening when the child is maybe 2, 3, 4, and continues to grow from early childhood, childhood, early adolescence, middle adolescence, early adulthood, and so on. So let's move from those years, from 2, 3 to 18 and 19. The child continues to have those experiences, those negative experiences with whoever is taking care of him. So the child continues to feel more and more insecure and uncertain about who he is. So when the child enters now the age where he starts exploring relationships, romantic relationships, then the child by that time, he's pretty insecure about who he is. And then during those years from early childhood to now, the child was observing. The child learned to identify what other people want from him. And the child learned to start pleasing other people. And when he was pleasing other people, then he was welcome. He was praised. He was always welcome to whatever he was. And the child at that time understood that in order to be praised, in order to be accepted, in order to be included, he needed to please those people. So the child learns to be a chameleon. So the child learned to change from this is me, that's you, to what you want me to be. You like Mexican food? I love Mexican food. You like tennis? I love tennis. You like to read? I love to read. So the child learned to modify his wants, his desires to those people who are important to him. So if the person who is important to him loves dancing, the child discovered that he likes dancing, so he starts dancing as well, enjoying dancing, and start transforming who he is to the personality of the other person in order to please them. Start mimicking what the other person does, so the other person is going to be pleased with them. Now, when that starts taking place, the child starts abandon himself of who he is. Understanding his unique individuality becomes more and more confusing to him. So he continues to learn how to modify who he is to please everybody. So when you ask him what you like, he will say, what do you like? And if you said, I like blue, then they will say, I like blue too. If you said, I like music, then they will say, I like music too. If you said, I like reading, they will say, I like reading too. So this chameleon behavior and way of thinking becomes stronger and stronger. And then the codependency takes place, where they just start looking at how could I please that person. It's hard for them to say no. It's hard for them to set healthy boundaries. It's hard for them to say, that's your space, this is my space, do not cross it. Why? Because that will threaten a sense of my safety. Because I learned to be you. You are my identity. And if you were to leave, if you were to abandon me, if you were to reject me, then I'm left with nothing. Because my identity is linked to you. It's linked to your identity. And if you pull away your identity, I'm left with no identity. And that means death. Therefore, I'm going to continue to please you. And the more I please you, the more you like me, and this catch-22 becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. So with a good psychotherapist that will help you to start breaking down all those unhealthy relationships, unhealthy way of thinking, learning how to identify who you are, learn to identify your own individuality in a way that is trusting, that is gentle, that is peaceful, that is encouraging. And as you continue to develop who you are and identify and enjoy who you are, the codependency starts diminishing. Some of those relationships that you had might disappear because they're used to the codependency. But those relationships that start leaving you are being replaced with healthy relationships that are welcoming you, who you are, and are encouraging you to continue to be who you are. I know this is a huge topic with a very brief description. But if you seek mental health services, psychotherapy services, counseling services, it is my hope that your therapist will have enough knowledge and skills to help you with this challenging chapter and transformation that will last for the rest of your life. So that's all I have for today. I hope you like this, and if you need more information, you could contact me. You have my email address um, here, and also you have my phone number. Until the next time, have a good day. All right. Thank you for watching my video.